So, as I tell my students when they're young, it's like, look, don't fool yourself. You know, you're going to develop a serious illness, at least one, maybe 2 or 3, and one of them is likely to be chronic. And if it isn't you, it's going to be someone you love. It's going to be your husband, it's going to be your parent, it's going to be your kids. That's coming. And so is a lot of death and pain. And so, like, just exactly what sort of person are you going to be when that shows up? And that's the right question. It isn't, how are you going to be happy in your life? It's like, good luck with that. It's a stupid ambition anyways, as far as I'm concerned, because it's too shallow. You know, happiness, you're lucky. That comes and goes like the sun coming out from behind a cloud. If you're happy, man, more power to you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's a gift from the cosmos to be happy. But a pursuit? No, the pursuit is when the damn flood comes, you want to be the person who built the ark. And that's what the story of Noah is about. And the thing is, the flood is always coming. Now, that's another thing that's worth commenting on with regards to this story is, you know, there's an apocalyptic element to the Judeo-Christian tradition. There's an idea that the end of the world is always at hand and that you should prepare to be judged. And the thing about that is it's true. And the reason it's true is because the end of your world is at hand, and it will certainly come. And when it comes, you will be judged, because it will be up to you to figure out what to do with the fact that your world just collapsed. And that'll be a moral problem of ultimate severity, because it'll push you right to your limits, and you'll find out exactly where your unaddressed weaknesses lie, because that's what happens in a crisis. And so the reason that that's an archetypal reality, and it lurks underneath the entire Judeo-Christian structure, the apocalypse, the impending apocalypse, is because we always live in apocalyptic times, and your world is always, in small ways and large ways, coming to an end. And so what do? You prepare for it. You prepare for your world to come to an end. And then maybe when the end comes, you get another world. That'd be a good deal. But one of the things that, so here's my rationale. You know, lots of things have dramatically transformed in the last 20 years, and whole swaths of enterprise has been wiped out. And that's happening at a more and more rapid rate as our technology progresses. Right now, newspapers are in the process of dying. I actually think they're in the process of committing suicide, but they're in the process of dying. And that's going to happen very rapidly. I think the Globe and Mail lost 10% of its readership in the last 3 months, something like that. And so what happens is that new technologies come along to supplant the old technologies. And I've watched a number of businesses fail, some large businesses. I knew some people who worked at Digital Equipment Corporation when it was failing, and I've had some inside track into failing businesses, and I see when they start to fail, they tend to, the failure process tends to tip and then accelerate. It can happen unbelievably quickly. And this is what it looks to me, this is how it looks to me in relationship to the universities, especially in the US, although not only, especially in the humanities, although not only. So, number one. So I've recorded 3 years of my personality lectures, say. So let's say I have 3 years of lectures on Freud. Now, what I should do with those, I think, is edit them into one really good lecture on Freud. And then stop giving that lecture, because why would I give that lecture again? Because I've already given it, and it's edited, and it's in good shape. And if it's a really good lecture, then why does someone else have to give the lecture? Or why does 300 other people have to give a lecture on Freud?